episode 368. I will be recapping tonight's AEW Dynamite, the go-home episode before this Sunday night's AEW Revolution pay-per-view. Right here, right now, 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Welcome, wrestling fans, to a new episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic. Lance Brock here, and it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It's time to recap an all-new episode of AEW Dynamite. Tonight, Dynamite, the go-home episode before Revolution, is live from San Francisco, California at the Cow Palace. Commentators Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, and Taz. The Cow Palace, famous for having shows ran by Roy Shire, which was brought up by the commentators tonight. And we start things off on Dynamite in a match for the AEW All-Atlantic Championship. Orange Cassidy defending against Big Bill. This opening match starts off pretty good, I thought. Orange and Big Bill in here, and we have Stolke halfway, and Will Moriarty in the corner of Big Bill. And at one point, Stolke uses the cast that he has on his hand to hit Danhausen. But Orange Cassidy is still able to pick up the win, defeating Big Bill to retain the All-Atlantic Championship. And now we have the face of the Revolution ladder match. Eddie Kingston, Ortiz, Powerhouse Hobbs, Sammy Guevara, Konosuke Takeshita, and AR Fox, Action Andretti, and Commander in this one. Good match, a lot of high fine action, especially from Commander in this one. And in the end, it is Powerhouse Hobbs getting the win, grabbing the ring. And after the Dynamite recap tonight, gotta talk about a little bit of news coming out of Dynamite about Eddie Kingston. Like I said, I'll talk about that after the recap of Dynamite tonight. And then in the back, we find out that the best friends are unable to be in the Casino Battle Royale to determine the fourth team in the AEW World Tag Team Championship match this Sunday at Revolution. And then Danhausen says that himself and Orange Cassidy will be in the match. Lexi Nair asks about the condition of Orange Cassidy after the match he just competed in, and Orange just says, "I don't care." And next up, we have a match taking place because of what happened last week. Chris Jericho attacking Pretty Peter Avalon with the Judas Effect, and these two go at it one-on-one. Jericho defeats Avalon, and then after the match, Jericho uses Floyd the Bat, and then Ricky Starks comes out, makes the save, and then we get the Jericho Appreciation Society in the ring to attack Ricky Starks. Jericho and Starks will go one-on-one this Sunday night at Revolution. Tony Storm defeated Riho. And then Saraya in the corner of Tony Storm gets in the ring, and then Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and the AEW Women's Champion Jamie Hayter come to make the save, and then they go at it, and then Ruby Soho comes out and joins in on the action, and then the three women who will be competing for the AEW Women's Championship this Sunday all start fighting in the middle of the ring, and that is broken up. Now it is time for the Casino Battle Royale, and we start things off with the Dark Order, John Silver and Alex Reynolds taking on the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. Next team out, Rush and Preston Vance, followed by the Lucha Brothers and Aussie Open, the Jericho Appreciation Society being represented by Cool Hand Ange, Angelo Parker, and Daddy Magic Matt Menard. Top Flight, the Kingdom, Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, being accompanied by Maria Kanellis. Then we see Orange Cassidy and Danhausen, the Butcher and the Blade. Pretty good Casino Battle Royale, but this one was a little different though. There were no jokers. I know it was rumored and kind of talked about that maybe it could be FTR showing up, but that did not happen. I guess they decided not to have any jokers in this one, and it is won by Orange Cassidy and Danhausen, so they will be added to the four-way match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Their opponents are the AEW World Tag Team Champions, the Guns, the Acclaimed, and Triple J, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal. That's this Sunday night at AEW Revolution. And then the final segment of Dynamite tonight is the face-to-face. Renee Paquette is in the ring, and then we get the challenger, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, make his way to the ring, and then he is cut off by the AEW World Champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And Danielson stops him, and he cuts a promo on the AEW World Champion. So that was tonight's AEW Dynamite. I thought it was a pretty good show going into Revolution this Sunday, the go-home show. There were some good matches on this one. Danielson cut a pretty good promo at the end. And there is, of course, one more show before Revolution this Sunday, and that is this Friday night, Rampage on TNT. So, looking forward to Revolution this Sunday night. The 60-minute Iron Man match, Bryan Danielson and MJF. And now that the recap of Dynamite is done, I want to talk about what I mentioned earlier about Eddie Kingston. I'm guessing this was posted after Dynamite went off the air. I saw on AEW social media that Lexi Nair was interviewing Eddie Kingston and about what happened in the ladder match earlier, and all Eddie Kingston says is, "I quit AEW, peace," and then he leaves the Cow Palace. And I'm guessing this is maybe could be an angle to get him to where Eddie Kingston supposedly leaves AEW and maybe jumps to Ring of Honor with the new TV show starting tomorrow. I mean, I know it's been already taped, so it might not happen right away, but could possibly see that. I know Eddie Kingston's been kind of vocal and put it out there about him being unhappy with AEW a little bit, but who knows? You can't always believe everything you read online, so who knows, but definitely gotta keep up with what's going on in this situation with Eddie Kingston and AEW. So that's it for this episode of 360 Wrestling Fanatic, episode 368. Thank you for tuning in, everyone, right here on Spreaker or wherever you listen to 360 Wrestling podcasts. Hopefully we'll have more episodes of 360 Wrestling Fanatic coming at you very soon. But we'll be back here tomorrow morning for Good Morning Wrestling Fans, which was originally supposed to be an off Thursday episode, but do have to go into work, but a little later, not till 11 a.m., so I'm not sure if I'm going to do the regular Good Morning Wrestling Fans for when I'm walking to work, or maybe do it a little earlier. Not sure yet. I'll have to think about that and then decide. But there will be a new episode tomorrow of Good Morning Wrestling Fans, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you have any email or suggestions, comments, or anything, you can email 360wrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. Also, I don't talk about it as much as I should, but the YouTube channels, like, comment on the videos, subscribe, of course, and also share. And that's it. So remember, stay tuned tomorrow. Good Morning Wrestling Fans. But until then, I am Lance, and I am a wrestling fanatic.